everyone, it's John Cross here at PM Entertainment Podcast, and yeah, I should be editing episode 18, and I am about an hour through editing episode 18, but I just got a delivery of the latest City Lights VHS that I've been collecting, and I've been collecting a whole bunch of City Lights VHS, and I don't know, it just gave me immense pleasure, and I just want to show off some of the City Lights VHS that I've picked up recently, just because, I don't know, the covers, there's something about them. They're just very pleasing. It's not like nostalgia porn. It's like finding that thing in your attic at your parents' house, that the book you used to read or an item of clothing you used to wear from when you were a kid or something, and all the memories come flooding back. And although I can't remember distinctly being in a video store as a kid and seeing City Lights particularly, and I don't even know if they were distributed to the UK in that way, there's something about old VHS. There just is something about old VHS. Trying to explain it is futile, and it's not just this idle, whimsical sense of nostalgia. Like, it's deeper than that, and it's really important. And I don't think people get that. I think people see a lot of people sharing VHS online and just go, nostalgia porn, or they're harkening back to the 80s or whatever it is, and people have a lot of neon and stuff. It's not, there's something about it. Anyway, I'm super thrilled to be collecting City Lights Entertainment on VHS, and every time I get one, I get super excited. So, first one I wanted to share is Hollywood in Trouble. It's the one that Joseph Merhi made. It was, I think, the first movie he made. It was a comedy, and after everyone saw it, they were like, there's something there, but make an action movie or a horror picture, because that'll sell better. So, Hollywood in Trouble. But, like, look at this cover. Like, just look at the composite of it. Like, the fonts are great, the ground and everything, the film reels, the people, the way it's all, I don't know, there's just something about this cover that's, like, inherently pleasing. You've got the side panels, they're a little faded. You can tell that this has probably been on a video store shelf for a while. And then the back of it, again, some pictures from the movie, a little write-up about the movie, and then just, I don't know, there's something charming about the fact that there's the old City Lights address at the bottom of this tape cassette. It's both like the front is eye-catching and glossy and Hollywood and would sit on a video store shelf and you go, oh, I'll rent that. But then the back sort of belies its low-budget origins. Anyway, I love it. Next up is Mayhem. And you can tell, like, look at the difference. They went from comedy to being like, all right, we'll make a horror action picture. And look at this. We've got a dead teddy bear with a ripped off arm and lots of blood. We've got a pump action shotgun thing lying on the floor here. We've got blood drippy letters with a crack through them. And the legend on the front reads, first it was the child molesters, the dope pushers, and the pimps. Now it's the police. Can he survive? And then on the back, a lot of, like, gory pictures and violence and mayhem. So what I love about that is they literally went, oh, okay, is that what you want? Is that what will sell? Do a complete 180 from Hollywood in Trouble to Mayhem. So that's fantastic. Keeping on with that theme, while they were doing some of their early horror ones, we've got Epitaph, again, drippy blood letters. There is a woman tied to a chair. There's a shotgun again. It's all black and moody, and there's a woman screaming on the back. And it's just, there's just something about it. You're like, well, wait a minute, is this a big budget movie? Is it a low budget movie? They've obviously put a lot of effort into the cover. And I think that's what I love about it, is that they didn't just take a still from the movie, slap it on the VHS and put it out. City Lights were like, yeah, we're making these low-budget movies, but let's put them out there like they're big budget. Let's put them out there like they mean something, and they did, and it's fantastic. The next one I have is Heat Street. This one's still sealed, although I think it's a reseal. I don't think it's a factory seal, but look at Heat Street. This is where we're going a little bit more for the kind of late 80s, early 90s action market, potentially. We've got a shirtless guy with a gun, and a sexy woman, and more sort of like, I don't know, sort of scrawled writing on the front. We're not going with a strict font. We're going for some handwritten stuff on the front here. It looks a little bit more urgent, a little bit more exciting, a veritable roller coaster of action from start to finish, emblazoned on the front. Love it. The side is just plain, no City Lights logo on the side here, but we've got a City Lights logo on the back. And I'm sorry, this is reflecting. I haven't taken the wrapping off yet, but I guess I'll have to when I go watch the movie. We've got a little bit of gore, up there, guy shot with some blood on his back, but fantastic. In the lawless night, gangs rule the streets of East LA, stealing and raping in a violent frenzy. One gang, the Scorpions, crosses the line when they anger an honest man, Virgil Dillon. An aging boxer, Dillon, teams up with a repo man, and together they lose everything except their thirst for vengeance. Come on now. Nobody fucking writes shit like this anymore. You know what I mean? Like, even in a vengeance-fueled movie, like I just watched Ballerina the other night from the annals of John Wick or whatever it is, and like, no one's writing this shit like fucking, like it's poetic. All right, next up, I think I got this one in wrong order, but Killing Game is next. Look at this. I love how this has like serious film noir vibes, a serious pulp novel vibes. On the back, we've already got like one of City Lights and PM's notorious explosions. What I love about this is like, I always talk about how the 50s and the 80s were very similar decades in America. And the film noir of the 80s and the film noir of the 50s, like, it really ties it all together. Because, yeah, the 50s and the 80s, they have very similar things going on in them economically. They have very similar things going on in terms of culture. And I just love how this is harkening back to film noir and pulp novels while also being, just incredibly 80s. The Killing Game, absolutely fantastic. This is the one that just came in today. Fresh kill. Look at this cover. Not even entirely 100% sure what's going on. There's like money. What is that? I don't even know what that is. There's money. There's meat with a knife in it. There's blood. There's feet running along. I don't like, if just look at this. And if you can't see it on the video, pull it up online. But like, what's going on here? Fascinating stuff. It's like Dadaist or it's like Salvador Dali or something. It's mad. It's just great. Fresh kill. Shout out to Static Tape Video in Michigan for sending me that one. Thanks, buddy, for that. It's awesome. Now, I have LA Crackdown 2. I have not yet tracked down LA Crackdown 1 on VHS yet. Although I do have the DVD of 1 and 2 coming from Australia, believe it or not. Incredibly cheap on eBay. But on VHS, this is LA Crackdown. A little faded. I've got a feeling that this was probably in the window of a video store, or certainly where the sun could hit it on the video store. So it's a little faded. This is the back, which is obviously less faded, of LA Crackdown. And the spine there and the spine there. A little more, there's clearly violence going on. There's like this hazy palm trees in the background. And I love the writing. They're like the LA Crackdown writing. It's just fantastic. We got a little bit of sex and violence on the back cover. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's just exciting. Emperor of the Bronx, one of the few movies that PM Entertainment / City Lights made in New York. They didn't shoot many things in New York. But look at this cover here. Emperor of the Bronx. Look at that. I love like the rain-soaked streets of New York and all that stuff. Also this thing, the Film Advisory Board rating system. I don't know what the Film Advisory Board is. I know what the MPAA is, but I don't know what the Film Advisory Board rating system is. I don't know if that's just something they made up to slap on the covers to make it more exciting. But on the back, it's EM for extremely mature. Extremely mature. So I don't know. Is that like, where is Biden on the extremely mature scale? How old you have to be considered extremely mature. Extreme language, explicit sex, extreme violence, and extreme nudity. How do you do extreme nudity? Can someone explain to me that? Like, isn't there a point where you're, I don't know if that went blurry, that might have gone blurry. Isn't there a point where you're only so nude? Like extreme nudity, is that full frontal? Is that extreme nudity? Is that what that is? Anyway, next up, Payback. And again, this EM thing starts appearing on City Lights tapes with Emperor of the Bronx. I don't think it's on any of the earlier tapes, but it is on Payback, it's on Emperor of the Bronx, and it's on Contra Conspiracy, which are the next three that I have. And this again, extreme language, explicit sex, nudity, extreme violence, and a rape scene. But what this says is explicit sex and nudity. What's the difference between explicit nudity and extreme nudity? Answers below, please. But this one, Payback, look at that. Absolutely fantastic. They're getting to a point where they're like labeling what it is down here. Just they want to make sure that people know it's combat orientated action and adventure. They've got this film advisory board rating system thing now, which I've got to believe is just a made up thing. And then on the back, the whole back of the tape cassette is a bill, a note, money, and then all these things on the back. So it's getting more complex as the covers go on. And then the last City Lights one that I have on VHS, I have others on DVD and Blu-ray, but the last City Lights I have on VHS is Contra Conspiracy, and this one has extreme language, dash sex and nudity, extreme violence, dash substance abuse. And it even on the back, this is what I love, even on the back it says what film stock they used. As if someone was renting the video and they were like, well, this better be Eastman Kodak color, otherwise I'm not watching it. But they're selling every aspect of the movie. There's just something about these early VHS covers that you can see the thought and the idea and the things that went into it. It's so impressive. It's so fantastic. I love the film reel aspect of it. You've got a motorbike thing, an explosion, a gunshot, stuff's happening, you know. The CIA inherit live footage of the slaughter of a Hollywood movie crew on location. One crew member, Kirsty, the teenage daughter of this is teen-aged daughter, as opposed to teenage daughter. So this is she's teen-aged, which I suppose is more accurate. Why don't we say isn't it teenage daughter? Or should we be saying teen-aged? It's one of those things that's going to make me question something that I've known for 40 years of my life. Anyway, the teen-aged daughter of the slain director escapes the carnage to tell the bloodthirsty tale of staying alive and a counter-revolutionary army's ruthless objectives. Blow-ups of real action loaded into one politically powerful roll of film. Sometimes the news from the real world never gets told. It's just... I don't even think they write that shit on the back of Blu-rays anymore. I think on the back of Blu-rays these days, it's just like, so-and-so, a pretty person from these other 8 movies you might like, star in the hottest action show of the summer. Blah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Who's bothering to write this, like, mad beat poetry of violence and exploitation that was on the back of these video covers? So, I don't know. I don't think this is just pure mindless nostalgia when it comes to collecting VHS like this. I think I personally get a lot out of it. I personally get excited. I personally love the discovery of it. I love the idea of preserving these movies and having them and making sure that they stay dry and mold free and able to be played long into the future. Like there's so many things about VHS collecting, but specifically when you go for something a little more obscure like City Lights, where you just think to yourself, like, I'm sure there's like more people out in the world who are doing it, and obviously, you know, when you go on eBay, you can see people selling the tapes and things. So like they're out there, but they're not out there in great numbers, and it just feels good to be the guy who's like, oh yeah, I've got a bunch of City Lights things, and they're just the covers, just the descriptions, just the salesmanship and the you know, all the attempts that they're making to be, like I say, both identifiably themselves, both trying desperately to be City Lights, but also trying to be Hollywood and enticing and play with the big boys. It's all great stuff, and I wanted to share it with you. Thanks.